Long ago, two armies faced each other on opposite hills, the Israelites, led by King Saul, and the Philistines, who had a secret weapon, a giant named Goliath. Goliath was enormous, covered in shining armor, and carried a spear like a tree trunk. Every morning, Goliath stomped into the valley, his footsteps shaking the ground.
"Send me your best fighter. If he beats me, we'll serve you. But if I win, you'll serve us. Who's brave enough to fight me?"
The Israelites trembled in fear. Not one soldier dared to face him. Goliath laughed, his voice booming like thunder, and the Israelites' courage melted away.
"What are we going to do? He's too big and strong. Who could ever fight him?"
For 40 days, Goliath shouted his challenge, and for 40 days, no one moved.
"We can't win. He's too big, too strong, and too scary."
The Israelites forgot about the great God on their side. All they saw was the giant. They needed a hero, someone to remember that God was bigger than any giant, and that someone was on his way. Far from the battlefield, a young shepherd named David cared for his father's sheep, trusting God with all his heart. One day, his father Jesse sent him to the army camp with food for his brothers. David packed the food and set off, not knowing he was walking toward the biggest adventure of his life. When he arrived, he heard Goliath's booming challenge and saw the Israelite soldiers run away in fear.
Who is this giant? Why is he shouting at the army of the living God? What will the king give to the man who defeats him?
I don't know, he's just too scary.
But a spark of courage was lit in David's heart. David's older brother Eliab scolded him for asking questions.
"Why are you here? You just want to watch the battle!"
What have I done now? I was only asking a question.
David kept asking about the giant, and soon King Saul heard about the brave boy.
"Bring him to me."
David stood before King Saul, unafraid.
Your Majesty, don't let anyone lose heart. I will go and fight the giant.
Saul saw only a boy, but David's faith was strong.
"You can't fight this Philistine. You're just a boy and he's a warrior."
Saul tried to protect David, but David's courage came from God.
I fought lions and bears to protect my sheep. God rescued me then, and he'll rescue me now.
Saul saw the fire in David's eyes and finally agreed.
"Go, and may the Lord be with you."
Saul dressed David in his own armor, but it was too heavy. David could barely move. He knew he couldn't fight like this. David took off the armor and picked up his shepherd's staff. He went to the stream and chose 5 smooth stones for his sling.
Is he really going to fight the giant with just those stones?
Look at that! He's just a boy with a stick.
David walked into the valley, calm and steady, his eyes fixed on Goliath. The Philistines laughed, but the Israelites watched in silence. David was ready. Goliath saw David and laughed.
"Am I a dog that you come at me with sticks? Come here and I'll feed you to the birds."
David shouted back, his voice strong.
You come with sword and spear, but I come in the name of the Lord. Today the Lord will deliver you into my hands.
Goliath charged, but David ran toward him, reached into his bag, and slung a stone. The stone struck Goliath's forehead. Thwack!
Did you see that, the giant? He's falling.
He did it. David did it.
Goliath crashed to the ground. The giant was defeated. The Philistines ran away in fear, and the Israelites cheered, chasing after them for a great victory. David stood over the fallen giant, a small boy who had done a very big thing. He showed everyone that it doesn't matter how small you are or how big your problems seem. What matters is the size of your God. Later, David shared his secret.
Don't look at the size of the giant. Look at the size of the God who is with you. When you feel small and scared, remember God is big and strong. He helped me fight Goliath. He can help you too. Trust him, and you can face any giant.
The story of David and Goliath reminds us that God can use anyone to do great things. You don't have to be the biggest or the strongest. Just trust in God. When you face something scary, remember David's 5 smooth stones and his great big faith. Be brave, trust in God, and you too can defeat the giants in your life. The battle always belongs to the Lord.